everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about how to solve area of 2D shapes such as rectangle, triangle, trapezium and parallel. So let us start with the first one, which is area of rectangle. So the basic formula of solving the area of rectangle is length into width. That's as simple it is. Just multiply the length into width. So here I have a rectangle. So to identify what is the length is always the longest side. As you can see, I'm highlighting over here with red. This shows the length and the width is this yellow part. Now, the length is always the longest part and the width is the shortest part. So, whenever there is a question on how to solve an area rectangle, you basically just have to multiply the length into width. That's how simple it is. So, moving on to the next one. So here we have the second shape, which is area of triangle. Now area of triangle is a little bit different than rectangle. So here it says base into height, then divide by 2. Now notice I've put brackets in base and height because that's the first thing we need to do, and then we have to divide by 2. So what is base? Now base is always the down part of a triangle. This part is called the base, which I am highlighting in red. And the height, it is this. This is called the height. This height shows how high the triangle is. And sometimes in some questions they could give the height over here as well. So either here or here is the same thing. So that's the height, and this red color is the base. So when we are finding the area of the triangle, we have to multiply base into height, and of course we should not forget dividing by 2. Or you can just get the answer base into height and half it. That's how simple it is. Dividing by 2 is the same as halving. So suppose if you have a question like this, you have to find the base and height, divide by 2. Now in some questions they can also give you the measurements of other sides like these, which are not required to find the area. So it's necessary that we stay conscious of these things which could trick us into giving us the wrong answer. Now, moving on to the next one. Now, area of trapezium is a little bit different than triangle and rectangle. So here what we have to do, the formula of solving area of trapezium is a plus b into height and then divide by 2. Now, what is a and what is b? Now, in the previous shape which we discussed about triangle, we found out that this is the height, right? So, now what is a and what is b? Now, in a parallelogram, you must have noticed there are always two parallel sides. So when there are two parallel sides, how do we identify it? Well, the two parallel sides are this and this. These are the two parallel sides. So that's why it's called A and B. This is known as A and this one is known as B. So we have to add these two parallel sides and then multiply by the height, which is the yellow one, and then divide it by 2. So that is how we find the area of trapezium. Now in some questions they may also flip the image of the trapezium, but we must be smart and identify which are the parallel sides. Make sure you don't identify these two sides as parallel since they are not straight lines. So the parallel lines are A and B here, which I have highlighted this. So this is how we solve area of trapezium. Moving on to the next shape, which is parallelogram. So the area of parallelogram, the formula for finding the area of parallelogram is multiplying the base, which is this red thing. I'm multiplying this base with the height over here. Alright, so here are some questions related to area of 2D shapes. You can pause the video and have a go. So for the first one, we have a rectangle over here and we need to find the area. We need to do step-by-step method to answer, because in exams they will ask you like these type of questions, so it's necessary that you answer in a step-by-step method to get full marks. Alright, so 13 centimeters is the length and 10 centimeters is the width. So we start our answer by writing area is equal to length, which is L, into breadth. Now we take it down and replace L with 13 and B with 10. So this gives us 100 and 30 centimeters square. Now it is very important to put the square or power by 2 after the unit like centimeters or meters, since we are finding the area. So it's very necessary to put this symbol. Alright, moving on to the next question. So here we have another rectangle in which the length is 22 centimeters and the width is 8 centimeters. So again we just do this. A, which is area, is equal to length into breadth. It is necessary also to mention the formula before starting to answer it. Giving direct answers won't give you full marks in examination times. That's why it's best if you do a step-by-step method like this. Okay, so here we have 22 into 8, and then you just put the answer down. So our answer will be 176 centimeter squared. Always make sure you put the square symbol and also the correct unit of measurement. Okay, so here we have two triangles, and so we have to find the area for both of them. So let's just do one by one. So here we have a right angled triangle. So as you can see, 14 centimeters, 18 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Now what is the area of triangle? Area of triangle is equal to base into height divided by 2. So this is the area of triangle. Now what is the base and what is the height? Now we've already discussed that the base is the down part of the triangle and the height is the vertical or how high it is showing the triangle from the two sides. So 14 into 6 divided by 2 will give us 84 divided by 2. So 84 divided by 2 will give us 42 centimeter square. This should be your answer. Now let's move to the next triangle over here. This is a pretty simple one. Okay, the same thing we'll mention the formula here. A, which is area of triangle, is equal to base into height divided by 2. So base into height. Now we'll just replace the base. So that means it's equal to 21 into 11 divided by 2. 21 into 11, 232 divided by 2, which is equal to 116 centimeters squared. So these were some questions related to solving area of 2D shapes, and I hope you guys understood the concept of these shapes, finding the area and understanding what is base, height, length and width. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe my channel, and do check out my previous video which will be on the right side of your screen, and also check out my younger sister's multiplication tables for kids playlist which I've made on the left side. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.